Hey Erica.
Hey Dan.
Happy day. Thank you to everybody that has subscribed though.
It takes a village.
Well, I mean, you know, we've been trying to grow our YouTube channel. We've been trying to like grow our following and stuff like that. And it is working because we're being consistent and putting more effort into growing the following than we were in the past. So yes, thank you to everybody that's subscribed and listens to our content and watches our content.
Market chat.
Yeah,
what we've been experiencing.
Yeah, so
So you went on 3 showings this weekend.
Yeah.
Which was busy.
Yeah, I was all over the place. I was in Manchester and Bow for 2 showings. We put an offer in on one of the properties there, and we unfortunately didn't get it. We ended up missing out, and the feedback that we got was that the buyers offered significantly higher than the asking price, and that there were little to no contingencies.
I wonder how many offers did they have?
When I talked to him on
Saturday?
Yeah, whatever day it was that I talked to him, he said that they had approximately 10.
Wow.
And then the other one that we had missed out on a couple weeks ago, they had 19 offers.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, and I mean, the market has seemed to be a little bit slower, that buyers have been able to kind of do home inspections and not offer $100,000 over the asking price.
Right, but we're still seeing for certain homes, there is that competitive.
Yeah, we're still seeing that for certain
multiple
homes.
offers.
Yeah.
Or maybe, I mean, we don't know the offers because we don't have the detail of the one that got accepted, but you know, there's a possibility that they had, you know, maybe no inspection, which is not like we are supporting that, but it could be that might be the case.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so I will be very interested to kind of like follow along with, especially these, like the couple that we've missed out on, because I think it gives us valuable insight, because where the market, we know the market's shifted, you know, it's a little bit different. So when we're giving our advice to the clients, it's tough sometimes to figure out what to tell them to offer at.
Right.
Because we don't know.
And I feel like every county that we serve is actually different too.
Right.
Like Rockingham County, they have 300 something listings, I think, this month.
Right.
Where it comes to like Cumberland County, I think it was like 100 and something. So it's just interesting too to see, like, even though we service counties that are all right next to each other, they all react differently to the market.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that people, you know, buyers and sellers are both, you know, they're watching the news, or they're getting their media sources from their decisions from media sources or whatever. But but we're kind of like, actually in reality, we're still seeing 10 offers on the table.
Yeah.
Or 19. So that is interesting. It kind of conflicts each other. Like the information conflicts.
Right. Talking about the market updates, and we saw 300 something homes come on the market in just 1 month in Rockingham County.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's talking about inventory shortage, but it's not actually the case. Like, we're selling a lot of houses. Like, and I heard on a podcast this week that across the country, about between 4 and 4.75 million homes will be sold this year. And the last time that number of homes sold was 2012.
Interesting.
So inventory levels are going to increase, but there's still so many buyers.
Right.
So that's why it seems like the inventory doesn't stay, because the buyers are just scooping them up immediately, which is why we're seeing those days on market going lower and the price going higher. It explains all of that. Mm-hmm. Anyways, the exciting thing is that there's more inventory coming on. So like, yes, there's a lot of buyers. Yes, we're competing, but we have more opportunities to get you a house,
or like get back on the horse if you don't get that offer accepted. Like our clients, I was just about to say their name. Our clients, how many offers have they put in the last month?
3 or 4.
4, I think, once a week or something. They have an offer going in. It's definitely we're seeing a busy market right now. And it's February, so it's obviously a good sign. But I do think that there's going to be like this huge burst in the spring. Like, all these homes are going to get on the market. It's going to be crazy. I feel like it's going to be crazy.
I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, but I just feel like it's funny for sellers right now who are kind of waiting. It's like, why?
And I wonder too if that happens, that like if there's like all of a sudden, I don't know that there's all of a sudden going to be like a glut of inventory, but it would just be, you know, it'd be interesting to see if things shifted significantly, like if there was like a ton of houses that come on the market and not enough buyers for them. But I still don't think that's going to happen, just because
at least not where we
haven't caught up yet with the demand. So yeah, that was interesting.
So it is interesting too, like, you know, we can tap into what we saw during COVID for strategy for buyers, because we actually just got off the phone with clients that are putting an offer in, and we do know that there is another offer coming in. So kind of talking through options for them it's fun. I love thinking about the different strategies and approaches that we can take to get the offer accepted.
Yeah, because we have to think outside the box, right?
Yeah, always. And that's something I love about like that process of putting an offer in and knowing that there's another offer. It's like, okay, how can we like sweeten the pot a little bit? How can we differentiate our offer from the others? I think talking to the other agent is like a big difference. I think that like having that relationship rapport built is really important.
Yeah.
But then like being creative, like escalation clause or asking if anything can be left. I know for this specific property, things are being asked to leave at the property, right? So that could help, but it is case by case. I think that we're going into a market where it's not going to be the highest and best. I mean, that's always what people want, but it's also going to be like certain circumstances. Like I just saw a house on the market that a buyer might want to see later this week, and in the contingencies it says seller wants to stay in the home until May.
Oh wow.
So things like that we're going to be seeing maybe, and like you're just going to have to adjust. If you want the house, like you're going to have to do what you...
There will be a buyer for that house, and there will be a buyer that's willing to wait until May.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and then there's also like rent back options, which we were seeing a lot of last year, and things like that, so that people could stay in the homes. We have a seller that we're working with who, we're trying to work with her because she needs to find a place to go. So we're trying to like figure out when to get the property listed, but also so that we can show her that we can protect her interest in case for some reason she doesn't find that house. Because sellers have that option where, they're the ones in the driver's seat, they own the home, they can make those decisions of like, if they're going to if we're trying to find a buyer that's willing to let her have a certain amount of time to find a home, that's going to be the buyer that we want to work with. And maybe that buyer, I mean, I don't know if this is the case because it's all hypothetical, but maybe that buyer is like offering $5,000 less than the other one. I mean, who knows? Because sometimes it's a little bit more important than just like that cash in the pocket. And obviously cash in the pocket's important, but I mean,
there's a lot more important points to hit for anyone. Like it's not all about, I mean, it is about the money, but it's also about like convenience and like working together and being respectful. It's just like it takes a good group of agents and clients and buyers and sellers to make a deal successful. So,
but do you think where spring is coming, you had just said it's going to be 60 degrees on Thursday. And chance of thunderstorms in February? What? Where are we? So, we're trying to gear up and ramp up for the spring. What are some things we're going to be working on this month in order to see who wants to sell their house, to find more listings?
Yeah, I mean, I think circle dialing is something that we're constantly doing, sending letters. We have strategies we have strategies kind of all across the board that we use to stay in contact with people and connect, and if it's not them, it might be someone that they know or their neighbor or friend. But I think if you are thinking of selling, this is a really great time because you have enough time to like get your house in order, have us come over, take a look at what you might need to do. Every house is different, so it's situational, but like get that prepped now, so in a month from now or however long it will take, like you're ready to go and we can really get you the best value, because there are so many buyers out there right now, and we're seeing that from all angles. So I think it's just talking, communicating with people, and showing our faces and just, which clearly everyone can see our faces all the time, and just chugging along. There are a lot of people out there that are like, I would love to own a home, but I'm scared of the rates. It's like, don't be scared of the rates. The rates right now are actually normal, but like the saying that we always say is like, you marry the house and you date the rate. So you can always refinance down the line. Cliche. Yeah, cliche. All right, Dan. Sorry. He's picking on me. But it's true. Like, I think that if you are ready to buy a home and need more space in your house, or you want to own something of your own and not be paying rent to someone else, you should really start considering, buying and getting set up for that, because it's not as scary as you think, and you can always refinance down the line. Yeah, some of our lender partners that we've been talking to have some cool programs that
they're offering in order to like give people that option of like, yeah, we feel like interest rates are going to stabilize, you know, towards the end of this year.
If you go under contract by this coming June of 2023 and you close by September of 2023, the program is eligible for you. And basically what that is up to 5 years from now, you can refinance at any point for free and there's no extra cost. So yeah, I mean,
so they're giving you options of like, but of course you do want to make sure that you can afford the home the way it is now. Just talking about like people who, I had seen an Instagram reel that somebody, or an Instagram video that somebody had done talking about, yeah, like you're paying $1,500, $2,000 a month on your mortgage, but don't forget all those other utility bills like heat, electric,
taxes,
yeah. You know, all those other things that you have to pay for. So like you want to make sure that, yes, you can afford the mortgage payment, but also you want to make sure that you can afford all of your monthly payments together, so that way, you know, you're not overextending yourself.
And you were wondering, if you're wondering like how you can find that out, you can also reach out to us because we have a great template that you can kind of plug in numbers to and see what it would be monthly to cost. But yeah, I think that I don't think like you shouldn't just stop and wait for the market to like, or not, there's not gonna be no market crash, but wait for like the rates to get better, because you never know when they're gonna get better.
Right.
And we never knew that, we didn't predict that like COVID would cause what we saw the last 2 years. So you can never know these life events that will happen. So just go ahead and like get prepared and like buy a house. If you're ready to buy a house, like get pre-approved and talk to us. And then you can always refinance later. At the end of the day, you won't regret buying a home that you've been wanting.
No, it's always a good financial decision to buy a home.
Yeah.
If you can afford it, for sure.
And right now in the market, we are seeing, you know, even though we are seeing, like we're kind of seeing like a modge podge of things, because you are seeing 19 offers on the table for some homes, but there's also emails that are coming out to us for listings that are like sellers are paying closing costs for buyers. So, you know, whether that could be just a motivated seller, it could still be a great house and get over asking, but you are seeing concessions being made on the sell side like that. So
yeah,
also a great point for buyers to move forward and, you know,
yeah, exactly. Not all of those houses are going to be have all that activity. True, but I mean, the other thing too, there was another, you know, there was a multifamily property that a buyer that I was talking to wants to see, and it's actually been on the market for I think like 20 or 30 days or something, and he was like, yeah, I want to go see it next week. And I'm like, well, let's not wait too long, just because like in this market I'm so surprised that it's still available after that amount of time. Even like I'm surprised somebody hasn't made a lower offer and had it come to, because it's like, looks like it's a great location, looks like, I don't know, there's like all good things, like it needs a bunch of work, so maybe it's a little overpriced. But
yeah, well, maybe in that case, maybe the agent that's working on it is kind of like given up. Maybe there's just like that they haven't resurfaced.
I don't think it's been I don't think it's been long enough that.
Okay. I thought you said it's been on the market for a long time.
Like 30 days or something,
okay.
Not like 6 months, not like a year.
Got it.
Very interesting things going on in the market. We will of course keep you updated as things move along. As the spring is coming, it is the middle of February right now. Oh my God. March is around the corner.
Just went skiing last weekend. That was fun.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Probably the only time I'll be able to go this winter. So
there you go. At least you got to go, and you wore your little ski pants and you had your little après ski.
Yep.
Okay. Well, y'all take care, and we'll see you in the next
We'll see you next month.